Let's talk about the one thing all women crave from men. Let me ask you this. Do you ever wonder what the girl of your dreams truly craves from you? Do you ever stop and wonder what that is? Can you imagine what it would feel like if that gorgeous girl you can't stop thinking about was craving you? Today, I'm revealing a simple but crazy powerful secret most men completely overlook. And I'll share some simple ways you can apply this secret. In case you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melanie. I'm a Christian dating coach for men, and I help men like you become the dream man every high-value woman desires. Now, if I asked you what you think women crave most in a man, most would answer is something physical. Right? The sad reality is far too many people are teaching that lust is all that matters. However, as important as physical attraction is, and by the way, it's very important and it's very fun, but as important as it is, for people who are looking for a lifelong love, there is something that is even more captivating. There's something that creates a deeper connection. What women crave most from men is emotional security, an emotional connection. Emotional security is about making your girl feel safe and valued. It means she knows she can trust you and you genuinely care about her feelings. When a woman feels emotionally secure, she feels understood, respected, and loved for who she is. It's the confidence that you're there for her no matter what. And if you take a step back, I want you to think about these things. That's what you're looking for in a lifelong partner as well, right? We crave this as humans. We want someone we can depend on. We want someone that we can absolutely trust, someone that will embrace us for who we are. Research shows us that emotional security is a key factor in lasting, loving relationships. Godly men are called to provide a safe, loving environment for the woman in their lives, just like a godly woman is there to nurture and help you feel safe and comforted and loved. There are some people who are always going to promote that the physical, that the lust is the most important thing. And like if you're trying to get a fling, maybe it is, but that is so unsatisfying, this is a total waste of time. Instead, if you're looking for that lifelong love, that real authentic connection, you've got to have the emotional connection as well. So much so that there's an entire section, an entire module in my academy all about creating that emotional connection. Now, pretty much everything I teach increases that emotional connection, but there's an entire module devoted to it. That's how important and powerful it is. If you don't have that emotional connection, your love is not going to last. So now let's just quickly touch on some ways you can provide that emotional security. One easy way is to practice active listening. Have you ever been in that situation where you're having a conversation with someone and you're not paying attention to a thing they're saying? You're just thinking about like the next thing you're going to say, or what happened, what you ate for lunch, or what you're doing later today. If you're nodding your head yes, we all have, okay? So that's perfectly normal. However, if we truly want to connect with someone and really make them feel valued and respected and cherished, it's important that we actively listen to them. So this means you pay attention, you listen without interrupting and without offering unsolicited advice. We just need to feel understood and connected as humans. And when somebody listens to us, we really treasure them. Another great way to increase emotional security is to be reliable. A big part of the emotional security that a woman longs for and craves from a man is the protecting and providing bit. And part of that is knowing that she can just rely on you. If she can't rely on you, she can't trust you. She doesn't feel that emotional security. However, if you are a man who keeps your promises and you're consistent in your actions, you stand out from the crowd, and she sees you as very masculine and very strong and protective. And those are things that, yes, women truly crave from men. Another great way to provide emotional security is to show empathy. It's important to understand and validate her feelings, even if maybe you don't always agree. That's normal. That's part of being human. That's part of what relationships are about. But if we understand and empathize with someone and validate them, they truly treasure us and treasure a relationship with us. When she sees that in you, especially in a world where many men are taught that the meaner they are or the badder they are, the better they are. If you're the exception, you're the exception. And that's something that her feminine heart just craves from you. If you want her to believe you will be a good husband and father, empathy has to be there. And another tip for providing that emotional security is to communicate openly. Communication is foundational when it comes to relationships. So share your thoughts and opinions openly and be a safe place for her to do the same. There's way too many relationships out there where there's zero communication. It's just two people living together, even if they're technically married. What really creates connection is understanding and communicating with each other. Having that person who you can share everything with and they share everything with you, and you're both completely safe and completely loved. So actually, here's a great question. Tell me this. Have you ever been in that situation where you meet someone new and she's cute and she seems to think you're cute and you start to get to know her, things seem to be going well, but then it doesn't go anywhere. The relationship never progresses. Or maybe one minute you thought things were going great and the next minute you're in the friend zone, or the next minute she ghosts you or she pulls away or whatever it is. Have you ever been in that situation? This is incredibly frustrating. I have been doing this coaching thing for a very long time. Okay, this is a scenario I have seen over and over and over again when men have come to me for help. And more often than not, this is the reason. It's the lack of that emotional connection or the emotional security. This is absolutely critical to women, but really it is to men as well. If we don't have that emotional connection, you're not going to have a happy lifelong relationship. You're just not. So what do you do now? Where do you go from here? Now you understand what the problem is. You also have a few simple things you can do to help create a better emotional security. But how do you really turbocharge your love life? How do you transform it fast? How do you stop wasting time and have the fast track to the love you deserve? Because there's nothing worse than craving love, craving affection, craving someone to wake up next to and having no idea how to get there. That's terrible, right? Well, what you do is you watch my free masterclass. We're going to talk much more in depth about an emotional connection, how to create that. And we're going to talk more about helping her feel safe when she's with you. These are things we go in depth in that masterclass. So I'm going to put a link in the description below and a link in the pinned comment, or just go to coachmelanie.com/masterclass to access this free training now. This is honestly the single most important thing you can do for your love life right now is understand these concepts. And that's why I created that training for you. So to wrap this up, what is it that every woman craves from a man? It's the emotional security, the emotional connection. And being a high value man means that you provide that for her. This is what makes her value you as a partner. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. Be sure to share this with a friend who needs to understand this as well. And I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everyone who's so amazing with the super things. Thank you for supporting wholesome content. It's difficult to be a content creator who doesn't want to talk about inappropriate things or share popular lies with you, because the popular lies are very, very clickbaity. But I can't I can't feel good about myself sharing those things with you. So I'm not going to do that. So thank you for supporting me here. It warms my heart. And whether you've ever used the super things before or not, if you'd like to consider using it today, it's just below this video. I think it's like a heart icon next to like the like button. So thank you so much. And if you have any ideas for future videos, leave that in the comments and be sure to check out that masterclass. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Another beautiful way to create and provide that emotional security. Oh, I already said that one. Oops. But it's that good. We should talk about it twice. I did it again. Every time I just start like thinking, oh wait, how was I going to word that? I go into just a song. I'm just a musician. It's just in my blood. I can't help it. I'm going to try not to. Okay, here we go. So I start tapping on the thing instead. I can't help it. It's just built into me. Okay, secret end of the video club. I have a story to tell you. That's where the sigh came from. I'm going to try and keep this short because sometimes I ramble on. I'm sorry, but I like to share stories with you. So here's what I did yesterday. I was walking in heels. I was at a thing for church, and I was in my church clothes, and they're pretty and awesome and make me happy, and I was wearing heels because heels also make me happy. But there was a hole in the grass that I didn't see because the grass was high. And so I stepped in the hole, and I didn't just fall on the grass. No, I fell on the cement, like both knees hit the cement at the same time. It was painful and embarrassing. And so I've been thinking about my knees all day because they hurt. So my point with this story, I do have a point with this story. The point of this story is there were a whole bunch of people watching while I did it too. I just like right in front of everybody. It was great. Thankfully, they're all really nice people. But I learned a long time ago that you can decide to be embarrassed or you can decide not to be. And so was I a little embarrassed? Well, yeah. I mean, it's not a fun thing to do. But before I even hit the pavement, I had a big smile on my face because I was like, oh, this is awkward. Okay. And so sometimes in life, you have to just roll with awkward situations. It's only as embarrassing as you decide it is. So our special word for the end of the video today is awkward. And that is to remind all of us that it's only as awkward as you make it up in your head. You know, do your best to avoid awkward. That's just a good general rule. But some awkward things will happen and just embrace them. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that random story. I would promise I won't share random stories in the future, but I will probably be lying if I said that. So aren't you glad you watched to the end of the video today? So again, comment awkward. That's our special word for the end of the video. And never forget, you're awesome. I feel like sometimes story time is like longer than the video because I like to talk. There you go. Okay. I'll let you go now. I'm going to stop talking now. Goodbye.